It is not enough just to say, I'm feeling bad today. The struggle is real. It's one of the most important things. But somehow men are not talking about that. And that is what actually gives the life meaning and the satisfaction. It is not enough just to say, I'm feeling bad today. And then expecting that someone will gonna pick up on that and say, oh, why did you feel bad? What happened to you? How did it happen? How did you felt? What's going on? But actually, doing this fundraiser for this charity, I realized that it's not just enough with just dropping a link to someone and saying, you know what, donate and help my situation, help me. But actually, we need to get connected. We need to connect with people. And how do we do that? We actually tell the story and we explain, what did you go through? What happened to you? How did you felt? And then actually, you will be surprised how you'll be able to connect with people. Number one, you'll be surprised how much people are willing there to support you. And speaking up, it's one of the most important things, and that's what we have been doing throughout this November, speaking up about the challenges we men experience. And I do understand that everyone has their difficulties and their challenges, and it's not about someone's problems is bigger than others. We are not excluded. Everyone has their struggles, everyone has their challenges, and everyone has their rights. But somehow men are not talking about that. Struggle is real. Everyone faces. I face it, you face it, the president or your boss. Everyone faces their challenges. And the question is how they manage it. Managing the situations, the emotions, the struggles, the challenges, sharing how we do it and improving. Because you know what? There has been someone who has been already in a situation like where you are right now, and he has overcome the situation, and the best person to ask how to get abs is to someone who has abs. So we need to overcome it ourselves, then we will learn how to do it, and then again able to help other people. And that is what actually gives the life meaning and the satisfaction. Because yes, we all do work, yes, we all earn money, but what do we do with the money? And if we can help someone to overcome their challenges, because giving is not with an expectation of receiving back, because when you give, you receive. You receive straight away. You feel the feeling that you are doing the right thing. And the more you do the right thing, the better your life quality will be, because you will live a life of no regrets. Think about what the life can hold in front of you if you would not just be living based on feelings. Because if you are not feeling waking up in the morning, why didn't you go to work? What would happen if you would not go to work? What consequences would gonna happen? And then how would you feel? Probably worse. But then what happens if you have to manage and work throughout your emotions? You go to work and it is difficult. Yes, it may feel a little challenging, but the results are great. And then what do you do with the results? Maybe you just go and waste it. That's what people do. Most of us, I have done it as well. You go like, we just got wasted. We are wasting our time, we are wasting our money, and then we go back to work where we have to do the same old thing, so we could waste it again and to repeat the cycle, and then we don't see any future, and then we get into depression. But actually, when we go through the things that we need to do, and maybe that's committing to making small steps, physical change, maybe that's financial change, or maybe in relationships, just small shifts, and we are committed to it, and we stay the path, and we are actually invest in somewhere where there is a future, then sooner or later, all the effort will not going to be wasted, like in the first example, but it will going to be something that will going to give you fruits. And the secret that no one talks about it is that whatever person you look at who has succeeded something, there is a story, and the story probably starts earlier in their career or in their life, and it takes time or years to get to where they have been. And the same like in nature, when you plant something, you need to nurture it and wait for it to grow. And such challenges as this push-up challenge that I was just doing for 30 days, it just sets you up on that new trend, a new pattern, where you actually understand, oh, that's okay actually to commit to some things, and that's okay actually to say no to something. Because I really liked how the owner, CEO, or how you said in fancy names, Mikos Opelt from Giraffe 360, he said this: focus is simply the ability to being able to say no. So where do you need to say no in your life so you could be doing what you need to do? And sometimes we think about this, if I were gonna commit to this, then I will not be able to do that. And that's correct. And then if you say, I will focus on where I want to go, I will focus on what serves the purpose and what has meaning, and then the rest of the things that are not so important, they were going to be left aside. But the most important thing will be done. And why do we leave things behind? Because we are overwhelmed and we are having too many tasks, too much things to do, and that's why we don't do anything, and then we just go and waste it. But if we commit and we just sit down and think about this one thing that I want to see improving, maybe that's the finances, maybe that's the emotions, maybe that's the physical health, maybe that is relationships, it can be anything. That's just one thing, and just keep working on it daily, as we were just doing in this challenge. Just start with small challenges, maybe set up a week, and once you have completed the week, then you can set up a next challenge. But you're going to have this reassurance that whatever you put your mind to and put an intentional effort in, you're going to see the result. You're going to see things growing. And from all what I have went through now, I have just gained better appearance physically because I have improved my physical appearance, and people said, oh, you've been pumped up. But that's not the reason. The reason is I have developed mental muscle, physical muscle, and plus I have actually felt better, because when you are going out and doing something and living active lifestyle, you are more awake. And because now we live in this time when our free time is spent in front of screens, and most of our work is spent in front of screens, then the energy levels are dropping. And then when we don't have energy and we cannot do most of the things in life that are very interesting, maybe some activities, running, climbing mountain, hiking, cycling, swimming, doing all these things, when did you last time do any of it? And if you don't even have energy for that, the crisis is not in the gas or electricity. The crisis is in us, because yet we have the dream, but we don't have the energy to execute it, because the dream is only the potential or the idea or the plan, but the action is actually what leads us to result. So we need to have people who are able to do at least small challenges. And if we guys and girls, if we do that together, do you not see yourself moving forward? Do you not see yourself finding and aligning with other people who are doing the same things? And you know what? When we do things together, things becomes easier. And when a problem is shared, it becomes 50% lighter. So guys, thanks for the support in the November challenge. If you haven't donated so far already, I encourage, just do that for the sake of helping other people, because there is no better way how to help yourself by actually helping other people, because then you are accountable, you need to do it. And sometimes even if you don't want to do it, you are now doing it for others. And when you do it for others, you are actually helping yourself. So it's like a reverse psychology when everyone usually says, just focus on yourself, focus on yourself. Yes, you're going to reap the fruits, but sometimes it works the other way around. So you give to receive, but you don't demand, because you receive straight away at the giving moment. You implement in your daily life some things that you can help other people. Maybe that's as this podcast, maybe that's just some encouraging words, say, well done, great. Maybe just saying thanks or smiling a little bit more. Maybe that could be the next step, because I have actually a colleague. He said that he was going to do 3 compliments a day. That was his challenge. Maybe your challenge is not the push-ups. Maybe yours is to saying 3 compliments a day and seeing how people were going to smile in return. Because you know what? When you smile, and when you smile with other people together, then that is where the friendship is connected. Because think about this. You cannot smile or laugh together with your enemies. And when you laugh together, that is actually that safe space. That's actually the space where the guard is off. That's actually the space where the connections is made. And if you're going to make better connections with people, then also you're going to feel better, because life is not meant to be done by ourselves, but it's meant to be done together. And when we come together, we should help each other to become better in their purpose, in their mission, and to move forward, to encourage and to support. And that is what was this Movember all about. And I hope that you have taken anything out of this, and maybe you have been a little more encouraged, maybe you have had a little more belief that it is possible. And just I wanted to leave you with this. Remember, the best is yet to come, and where your focus goes, there your energy flows. And energy, I mean, if you focus on the negatives, you become what? Negative. If you focus on the positive and what's possible, and then actually take small steps towards it, you become more positive. So change the shift, change the mindset, and it all starts with our heads. 80% is the mindset, 20% is the mechanics. It's not about the muscle, it's not about the task that we do, but it's all about who we become in the process.